Hello everybody, my name is Retroliser and welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. From where we left off, we had just finished our second round of investigation where I played Messenger Boy. Yes, I remember now. Messenger Boy. For some really disgusting fat fuck called Sal, unfortunately. So, there's Wolverine. Is he going to say anything? What? I'm unhappy because I ended up realising that I don't do investigation. I instead play, Messenger Boy for some woman who smokes like a chimney. What do you mean she looks even unhappier? Of course she'd look even unhappier. She's dead. What? Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Well, you're dead too, so... Well, you're a dead woman walking, so, welcome to the club, I guess. Dead people jokes. Yeah. I just gave one. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Something overlooked. Yeah, I'm sure we'll find everything that we need. What do you mean this isn't going to be easy? Everything's easy. Sort of. I tell a lie. Not everything is. It matters not. Let's get straight to it. There's Edgeworth. Morning. It is morning, isn't it? I didn't actually read the time. Regardless, the prosecution is ready. And of course, the defense is ready. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. Wonderful. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Fair enough. Right, you may call your first witness, Mr. Eggworm. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella. Let's go. Yep, there he is, sweaty as ever. Disgusting. God, he looks ugly. How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai noob. Ruffle Lamau. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television. Good. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, you better start acting your fucking age instead of pretending that you're some elite MLG no-scoper. Because trust me, you're not. Let's start by picking this testimony apart. Well, isn't that how it works for every single one, Mia? I mean, really. Regardless, let's see what we have. She doesn't waste any time. Hardly. Come on. Right, the day of the murder. I was at the studios from around 9. Well, that's nice. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. Okay. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. Well, that's hardly going to be, bad for your waistline, Porky. That's about it. Yeah, sure. Right. The time of Hammer's death was 2:30. You were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin. Well, if that's the case, then naturally the focal point of this testimony will be the time. So, I was at the... Yes, that's irrelevant. Irrelevant. We should start here. Why did it go on so long? Oh, right, because Hammer... No, it wasn't Hammer, but yeah, Will Powers twisted his ankle a lot. Roths. Rolling on the floor, starving. Yes, that would make sense. What exactly did they have for lunch? Yes, what did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. But no. Personally, I prefer rump steak. Yes, good slice of rump. Blue cooked, blue cheese sauce on top. Vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower and new potatoes. Oh god, I'm drooling. Delightful. Right, but I had a meeting. No, that's a shame. So in the end, you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steak at least. Can't you believe it? I know, that must have been so tough on you, fat man. Oh, everything's odd. It's contradictory, it's a little vague. I don't have proof that it's contradictory, so let's try it's a little vague. Right. Yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket which I used to stave off starvation. Oh, fair enough. Is that everything? Maybe it was contradictory and there's something there. Meh. Oh well. I can always try. I mean, how many... I think it's 3 chances that I get before I die or something. Mr. Manella. What do you mean, sweats? Delightful. I saw something on the table. There were 2 plates on the table, the same kind of okay. Oh yes, of course. The 2 plates that didn't have steak bones on them. Oh, we have him. Good call, sweats. But I did eat after all. Oh god, what a disgusting pig. Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. Oh, fuck you. I'm jealous, actually. T-bone steak. I've never actually tried it, but, you know, I've tried, what have I tried? I've tried sirloin, I've tried brisket in multiple forms. I remember going to a restaurant which was basically a buffet, huge amounts of food from many different countries, and they had a Brazilian section, and it had beef brisket. Unfortunately, and I'm very sure that if it was cooked by a proper, you know, Brazilian chef, it wouldn't have tasted like shoe leather, but unfortunately it was, you know, it was dry and chewy and basically overcooked. We're talking about not medium rare or medium well done, we're talking about truly well done. But anyway, I've eaten a lot of steak in my life, and steak's nice. Ah, shit. Ow. Right, where was I? Ah, yes. I missed the one at the end. There we go. Right. That was the one. You didn't take a single break. Well... yeah, not a one. Sweats. What's he sweating about so much? Well, apart from being ugly, and he's probably going to be forever alone. I should think that, you know... Yes, of course, press harder. 2 plates were there. If there was no break, there wouldn't be 2 plates. Unless, of course, the flies ate, you know, the entire meal, bones and all. Exactly. Oops, Ruffle. Ruffle the Mao. Precisely. I guess we did take a little break. Sweaty fat fuck. Well, that is a fair point, Mia, thank you. You call on the witness to testify about the break. Oop, Edgeworth has something in mind. And I think I know what he's going to refer to. And that would be... May I allow you to go and open exhibit? Exhibit? I don't fucking know. But basically, here's the evidence in question. Mr. Monkey. He fell off due to high winds. And of course, as it states here, it blocked the path to the scene of the crime. I'm surprised Phoenix has forgotten. But it matters not. Because I know that it's coming. Yeah. Face when FWIW, I don't fucking know. 15 minutes, that's 13 in base 12. What the hell's base 12? Okay. Steams. Oh dear. This man. He's a moron. He makes my back hurt. Ow. Matters not. Right, let's have a look. What time exactly? Yes, right. I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until... That's the time of the death. Yes, we know, but... It's not possible. Edgeworth's watching, and he knows what Phoenix is thinking, and I know what Phoenix is thinking, but I also know what Edgeworth is thinking. Thinking, yes. Not thinking, thinking. Oh, right. The other one was Divas. Sorry, D. Vasquez. Vasquez? 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 D. Vasquez. I've never actually thought about how to pronounce her name. I should really go and find out. That is quite intriguing. Now, let's have a look. Hello. Yeah, what? The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. Edgeworth, may I just point out that so far Mr. Monkey has not been mentioned yet. Well, it's the only other alternative unless we want to go and, you know, claim it was Penny Nichols, but I doubt it. She's tiny. Right. Nah, I know it's impossible. Yeah. Hey! Hey, I dodged the bullet. True, the break, yes. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkey, it's Mr. Monkeyhead. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Regardless. It's not Mrs. Monkey. Yes, regardless of Mr. Edgeworth being unable to go and discern gender. Yep, it's over. Because, you know, there's very little else that needs to be done at this point. Indeed, there were several other people. However, they have nothing to do with this murder yet. I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing more of them soon enough. No one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. Well, I disagree on that. Because someone stole it. And if the bigwigs and the director and Vasquez were, you know, in a meeting, therefore, I would suggest that it wasn't Mr. Powers in that costume. I would say that it was Jack Hammer. Because, well, in fact, we have right here. Empty bottle, plus Will Powers did state that he was asleep and was late for the rehearsal at Studio 1. Now, let's see. Ah, yes, this will be that disgusting boy. Oh, really? Well, that is intriguing. 10-minute recess? But bugger all's happened. Ugh, fine, I guess. 11:04? How long have we been in there? What do you mean you guess you were wrong? I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. Well, let's think about it. If I remember correctly, I mentioned in the previous part that there wasn't much blood. I mean, he got skewered pretty much through the chest. We're talking about a huge hole if you remember the picture of, you know, the discovery of the body. A huge hole. That must have been like a water fountain of blood. Where's the blood, though? Where is it? Yes, I have a pretty strong picture of what happened that day. I think Jack Hammer was in the Steel Samurai costume, which is missing, just to go and remind us all of that. And if it's missing, therefore, someone else used it. Regardless, let's see. 11-minute break. Oh dear. Right, let's continue. Has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder trial, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma. Okay, apparently, Edgeworth, your witness saw someone get skewered with a spear. Trauma is the least of their bloody worries. Right. Oh shit, half pint here. Yes, let's, one of those donut crates. Wow. I don't even. Regardless. Grade in school. Well, could fucking say something. Just 'cause you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around. Oh, fuck you, child. Do as you're told. The nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. Yes, the nice part being, her endowments. You sick perv. Yes, I get the feeling it's going to be a long day, too. Yes, taste of your own medicine, Edgeworth. Right, Cody. Well, of course he's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Oh, fuck you. Yes? I prefer bearded gentlemen. Oh, fair enough. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden. Let's see what Edgeworth has to say about this. My apologies, Your Honour. He said he would testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission. Wow, you got pwned by a kid? Yeah. You don't really know how to use it, okay? What? I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. Well, sure, yeah. I guess that is something to keep in mind. Right. Let's see what he has to say for himself. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet, naturally, and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kinda lost on the way though for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Okay, wait. Steel Samurai beat up the bad guy, but it wasn't in the studio because he couldn't get in? Is that what you're saying? It's so vague. That kid's tougher? I sincerely doubt that. The kid's got fucking pink on his cheeks. You really like the Steel Samurai? Well, duh! Fwah, look at him. And I go to all the live performances. Oh yes, we have a scrapbook about that. Welcome to Path to Glory. Delightful. Have you been to the amusement park? Course, duh, my dad always takes me. Yep, poor dad, having to go and know that his son's a fucking weeaboo. Was that day the first time you'd been to the studio? Well, I think he just stated that it was. Oh, no, fair enough. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. Well, okay then. And that security lady's always yelling. Well, fair enough. Hey! Leave Edgeworth alone. He didn't do shit. That old lady being Wendy Fartbag. I mean, Wendy Snotbag. I mean, Wendy Gobblecock. Who cares? Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley? No, I don't know, actually. Well, yeah, I can see woods. I can see woods everywhere. Yes, anyhow, I was going for the studio, naturally. Unusual? Yes, unusual. Did you see this monkey by any chance? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. Oh, so this was before it fell over. Fair enough. You got lost. Ah! It's a shame you didn't get lost permanently. But guess what happened next? I don't know. You won the lottery? Let's see what he has to say. Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. Yeah, what then? It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy, a person, kinda tall, skinny. I don't know, he was kinda far away. Oh, fair enough. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow. Yes, what happened to the bad guy? Well, he kinda didn't move, not a bit, like he was dead. I guess he was a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. Wait a second. Cody always carries it. Just, Exactly. Didn't you say... These are some really weak contradictions, mind. You know, I mean, people are prone to over-exaggeration, but, well... What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? Oh, God. Is he really a technophobe? He's a technophobe, or either that or he's techno-illiterate. They're even. Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. Yes, well... Just, reflecting on that interesting choice of words. Terrorise this poor child so. It sounds almost Shakespeare. Oh, woe is thee! Thy poor little child hath been terrorised so badly. I don't fucking know. I never really liked Shakespeare when I was young. You know, that classic little chestnut for English literature. Make sure to go and learn wonderful texts, specifically that of Shakespeare. I think the one that I did was Twelfth Night. And Romeo and Juliet, those two chestnuts. Was it Twelfth Night? I'm not sure if Twelfth Night is the title that I'm thinking of, but what I'm thinking of is a play where this young lady named, I think it's Viola, is washed away when a ship sinks with her brother, who is very similar, by the way, and she gets washed away, and then she ends up in this kingdom, and she starts pretending to be a man. I think it's Twelfth Night. You know, it's got Andrew Aguchik and some other plebs. It's really faded in my memory. But anyway, let's see what this has to say. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. Okay. Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. Wow, really? Come on. Sorry, but forgive me, but that was horrific. Pow! Wham! What was so intriguing about a fight? Yeah, did you watch the whole fight, dickhead? Of course you did. Not even once? No. Alright, fair enough. He goes for the bad guy. Wham! So the bad guy attacked him first? Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? He was a person. Well, that fucking helps. I kinda don't remember. Well, fucking delightful. And then the bad guy stopped moving. Why? Well, I don't know. He died, perhaps? Yes, why wasn't the bad guy moving? Brought him to justice. Wow. Fucking really? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that. Something tells me he has no fucking idea what he's talking about. Oh well, let's see what, press the bastard harder, because my god, that was just bad. Samurai slap? Fuck me, that was poor. I mean, truly piss poor in terms of lying. Yes. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw clearly. Wrong. What kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? Yes, prove that. Well, not really prove that, but disprove that bullshit. The pimp hand is strong with the steel samurai, apparently. There was no killing blow, I'm sure of it. This is bullshit from start to finish. Well, I have an answer, and it's quite a simple one. The boy had his camera, he was watching the fight. Right, I think I might have picked the wrong choice. Nope, I think I might have, got it. Yes, why did he look away? Because of his camera. He clearly says that he's still learning how to use that shit. What's that? The camera? Yes. Okay. I mean, what's so hard to use about it? You literally press on switch, then you start pressing the button on the right-hand side. Click, click, click. What could possibly be bad about that? Fair enough. Ah, we got him. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Really? Picking on kids? Come on! Ah, fair enough, I'd do that. Well, naturally. Regardless, let's see. Yep, he missed. Thanks. Can we go now? Can I get my paycheck? Yes, please tell us about the camera and how much you're lying to us. Yes, welcome to the real world, dickhead. Oof, had just escaped from the clutches of the evil villain. But the lens wouldn't open. Aw, diddums. Sad face. No one cares though, not even me. But it matters not. Let's go and proceed with the cross-examination and see how this ends. Although I'm guessing that it ends with him being really upset. Let's have a look. Did you see the beginning? Well, naturally, yes. Was moving a little strange. Well, he was dragging... Well, wait. No. Moving strangely. You know, there is actually an explanation for that, since if we have a look at our wonderful photo... Let me just quickly check that. Those trouser legs are fucking huge. So, walking strangely, yes, he's pretty much dragging along his own trouser legs. Yes, you really did try to go and open the lens, didn't you? But oh well. Yes, what did you see? Yeah, go on. Come on, he's clearly lying. Press him hard. Might as well. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. I think we got him. Yep, thought as much. I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Phoenix. Fucking really? This feels great. I am a superhero. I am super lawyer. Fuck's sake. Forgive me if I truly am annoyed by that. Right, let's have a look. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. No. I don't believe that for a second. Yeah, why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai? Victorious, standing over the evil villain. Oh, don't worry. I think I have something in mind. He states that he got rid of the picture. However, there is a small problem of this thing. Path to Glory. His scrapbook of every single winning, well, not really winning move, but every single fatality that the Steel Samurai has caused. We're talking about live action performances here, not what you see on television. Exactly. Every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. Well, that's because you're a bad boy of the highest order. And I'm not talking about in the good sense either. We're talking about bad. I go to every live... See? Live performances. Meh. Perfect collection. Yes, I guess you would like to go and keep your perfect collection. Indeed, we have just hit the nail on the head. So, what does this mean anyway? I've actually not given this any thought. He erased the photographs, yet he should have taken one. I wonder why. Nah. Yes. What's wrong, Phoenix? Is it really that, striking? Is it not obvious? The reason that there is no photograph is because he never won. That's the only other outcome that could have possibly happened. The Steel Samurai lost. It is literally a two-way battle. Either the villain wins and the samurai loses, or the samurai wins and gets, a trophy or something. Yes, why was there no picture? Because the Steel Samurai bit the dust. There you go. He bit the dust. Unfortunately. Exactly. Yes, lost. L-O-S-T, lost. It's impossible, the Steel Samurai never loses. Oh, come on, that's like saying Achilles never dies. He did die, and that's where the concept of the Achilles heel comes from. What was, I think, if I remember correctly, the legend of the Achilles heel was that Achilles became a god, but, well, not really a god, but he became immortal except for one small part, and that was his heel. And so someone shot an arrow that was poisoned into his heel, and he died. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, because immortality is one of those things where, you know, it doesn't matter if, you know, it covers your whole body regardless. So it's a bit strange how, you know, his heel became literally that. His Achilles heel. Oh well, let's see what's going on. Exactly, the Steel Samurai lost. He couldn't handle the truth. Isn't that League of Extraordinary Gentlemen or something? Ah. Yes, is this true? Oh, hello. Breakdown. 3, 2, 1. And we get ourselves a wonderful piece of music. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Yes. Wah, okay, you're right. The Steel Samurai fell down, and then he didn't move. Aw, diddums. Tough shit, kid. The Steel Samurai was the murderer. And yet he fell down. Is it not obvious, Mr. Edgeworth? Simple. The Steel Samurai and Jack Hammer are one and the same, and I think that proves my original claim, or at least my idea, before this revelation became a reality. Revelation became a reality? I mean, my idea became a reality. My theory. My theorem. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim? Yes. That is very much true. Thus, he knew, and therefore could fake it. However, dragging along those bloody, you know, trouser legs, he would have had trouble anyway and would be limping. What did she say? I don't remember much of what she said. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station. Yes, did I see poor old Hammer? No. That's not necessarily true. Okay. Naturally. Yes. Yep, this looks all like, I get it. What happened now? What's this got? What? Okay. Hello. So he first lies about who won, then he lies about whether it, you know, he had his camera, then he lies about whether he took pictures. And now he's just gone and told the truth about, you know, actually taking them. This kid. This fucking stupid kid. Right, let's have a look. What do we have here? We have ourselves a back shot of the Steel Samurai. That's an ST for studio, and what's that? The number is clearly a 2. Wait a minute, Studio 2? Where's the guide map? Studio 2. So, it appears the crime scene is not Studio 1. And that, ladies and gentlemen, blows the alibi of the TV bigwigs out of the water. Because they didn't need to go to the victim came to them. What? What do you mean that's it? Oh yes, of course. Yes. Yes, I found it. I found it ages ago on the first glance. There it is. Right there. Look at this. It's the number. What do you mean it's hard to see? It's clearly a 2. And Edgeworth spotted it. What do you mean that's impossible? Hardly. Remember, this is all based on the possibility that he died at 2:30. Remember, at 2:50, well, he left at lunchtime, stole the costume, ergo, between when he stole it after lunchtime, which is 12 at the earliest, to when he dies at 2:30. He has plenty of time to get to Studio 2 before 2:15 when the head fell of Mr. Monkey, not Mrs. Mr. So we're hardly in a position to say, you know, that's impossible, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, it took place here. Studio 2. There you go. Ta-da! Well, naturally it would. Exactly, the trailer is there. And, of course, there we go. We're on the home stretch. That was easy enough. So, who was it? I would say that it was probably D. Vasquez, because Sal is too much of a pleb and too much of a weeaboo. Because he made the Steel Samurai, he would not want to go and jeopardize it by murdering the actor, so I would say it was the producer. But anyway, let's see what happened. Exactly. Allow me to remind the court. Yeah, fair point. Yeah, yep. That's actually, yeah, fair enough. I think, yep, that's it, we've won. Let's have a look. The scene of the crime was Studio 2, yes. Person that the security guard saw was Jackhammer, yes. And of course, 15 minutes before the murder, the head fell down, so in essence, Powers is in the clear. What do you mean this is madness? Yes, the victim. It may be madness, but it's true. Yes, I have proof. I think I have proof. I don't know if I have proof. These, I don't fucking know. It's not just any medicine bottle, sir. Sleeping pills. Yes, Judge, sleeping pills. Okay, fair enough. And we're probably... Has it been tested for prints? It has not been tested for prints, which means that it's probably going to... fingerprint the bottle. Easy. Yeah. And of course, that makes it good for me. Excellent. Right. I think that was a good trial. they will suspend proceedings, and of course it'll be another day of pointless investigation, followed by another round of wonderful trials. Your homework. Wow. Talk about juvenile. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Phoenix. Remember, do that and you win the trial and therefore, hopefully, win some money to go and feed yourself with. And of course, Mr. Edgeworth, in this case, I think the proof is quite obvious. Well, not really proof, but the truth. Right. With that in mind, court is adjourned, and it's almost the end of today's video. Thank you very much. Let's see what is going to be said now. We were saved by a hair. No, we weren't. We were saved by a bottle. Trust me, confidence is an act. A person who is a complete and total coward can still be brave. Bravery is being able to do what needs to be done, even when you're scared of doing it. But anyway. Yep, our final investigation of the day. Sniff. Wonderful. With that in mind, it is time to go and save and end today's video. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. That was Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. And now, of course, it is time to go and give what's in the boxes today. Top left, we have ourselves Professor Layton and the Curious Village. And beside that, 40 Winks, the bane of our life. Well, my life. Refund isn't here. And of course, in the bottom section, we have ourselves Resident Evil, the Director's Cut, and Crash Bandicoot 1. Make sure to go and check those out. And of course, it is now time to go and say goodbyes. So, thank you very much once more for watching, and of course from me, ta-ta!